everyone, Tina here for Papertrey Ink. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, today we're going to make a card for Dad, and we're using some new items from Papertrey Ink. We're using the tool pouch. This is so cool. This creates, well, a tool pouch, but these pockets you can stuff with a whole bunch of tools. We'll be using this. I'm also going to be creating a background using the Elegant Edges Jean Pocket die set. And then for the pocket, we're going to be using the Jean Pocket Embellishment Stencil. We're going to add a little detail to that pocket. For my greeting, we're going to use the This Is Big Sentiments, You're the Best stamp set, along with the coordinating die. Fabulous greetings in here. And so we'll be using this on our card. Let's start by doing some die cutting. I thought we would do all of our die cutting all at once. So with the tool pouch, I'm going to create it with some classic craft cardstock, and I'm going to die cut out the tools and the tool pouch with craft, and then we're going to color it in with some alcohol markers just to make things a little bit easier. And then for my jean pocket, we are going to create that with Papertrey Ink's This Is Spring Rain cardstock to create the little jean background. It's so much fun and so easy. All I'm going to do here is create, I think we're just going to go with one, well, maybe we should do two. We'll do two buckets, but I'll die cut this out, and then I'm going to bring back this die and die cut out another pocket over here. I will take this and tape this down. You can actually separate these dies, but because this top die here creates a cut line. Actually, I'm going to scoot this up a little bit. So this will actually be almost a half of an A2 panel. It'll cut right here. Okay, so we'll cut that out. And then for my greeting, I'm going to die cut out You're the Best also, but I'm going to die cut this out with white cardstock. Bring in some white cardstock here. So I will cut this out. So I have all of my tools. I have my pouch here, and then I also cut out a strip a little bit narrower than 1/2 of an inch. This is going to be our belt. I thought we'd make a belt pouch. You know how sometimes the tool guys have it attached to their belt? At least I think they do. My idea is to attach the tool pouch to the belt. So this is going to be slid right through the holes of the pants. I don't even know what those are called. They're the belt holes. But isn't that so cool? I am going to create one more pocket. So I'm going to take the die. I'm going to just line it up here. I will tape this down and run this through my die cut machine one more time. So we have two pockets. This one will probably be covered, but maybe you can see the bottom of the stitch detail. So I want to die cut this out anyway, so I'll be right back. I just love that. I don't need this top piece, but this actually can be separated. This is what I meant. This top die can be separated if you want to. And it will, you don't have to have a cut line through here if you don't want it. Let's bring in some ink. I'm bringing in my Blueberry Sky, and what we're going to do is do a little ink blending on here. There we go. Now while I have my ink out, I'm going to bring in the stencil. This is the Jean Pocket Embellishment Stencil. There's a whole bunch of elements that you can add detail. Some flowers, some flourishes. And I'm going to use the zigzag here. I really like it. This one. So that's what this one does. I'm just going to line it up right over the pocket. We're going to add ideally you'd want to mask it off because I did get a little here and here. Good news is I'm going to cover this side with my tool pouch, and then this one here we're actually going to bring in a little bit of tissue. Let me show you. This is a piece of paper towel that I just crinkled together, and I'm actually going to stuff my pocket with that. So If you want to cover up mistakes, just add some tissue to these pockets. I am going to flip it over and put some tape behind here. This will just help flatten it also, but it'll make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. This part's good to go. Okay, we're going to put this to the side, and now we're going to work on our tool pouch. I'm bringing in a brown marker, and I'm just going to go over these. If you wanted to die cut this out with colored cardstock, you could, but sometimes one shot through the die cutting machine is a lot easier. Now on here there are score lines. What I did was just fold them in, and then I used my bone folder and reinforced them so they would lay flat. Okay, the same thing with the smaller pockets. You fold them in on all three sides to create the pocket. Now I can add the detail pieces that we colored in. This one goes here. This one goes here. And this one goes here. And then this one goes here. So now we have the main pocket. Now we can do the layering. So I'll take these, fold these in. We just add a little bit of glue to all three sides, and then you just layer it right in the center of the tool pouch here. And then we have these little pockets that we can fill up. Okay. Let's bring in our tools. For the tools, again, you can use colored cardstock. Even a silver mirror cardstock would go fabulous, but I'm just going to use my markers. It's nice and quick and easy. I'm going to use my gray marker, and I'm going to just go over my screwdrivers. We're going to make two screwdrivers. This here is the little clasp that goes here. We're going to go over our nails and our screws with gray. We're going to actually go over the top of these tools with gray. We're going to go over our hammer with gray. Anything that's metal, I'm going to go over with gray. That was pretty easy. Now for my hammer, the base of my hammer, I'm going to use red. So I'm just going to add some color here. For my pencil, I'm going to use yellow. I'm not worried about the tip of the pencil because that's going to be tucked in, so I'm not worried about that. And for the top of my screwdriver, we're going to color it one orange, and let's do one green. And then for this tool here, we're going to color the handles in with blue. So now all we have to do is layer them together. For the screwdrivers, we just add some glue here. For this piece, we just add some glue to the handle portion. For the top of the hammer, we just add a little glue. To the top of the pencil, we just add a little glue. And then we can just do our layering. It's pretty quick and easy. Now all we have to do is fill our tool pouch here. And that is our little tool pouch. I am going to bring in a little bit of my dark chocolate ink, and just using one of my blending brushes, I'm going to add a little shading over the edge here, just on one side. And we'll do this a little bit on the top over here too. I'm also going to add a little bit of color to what we're going to call the belt. So we have our tool belt that I am going to weave through our jean pocket here. I just think that looks so fabulous. And then I'm going to take my tool pouch, we're going to flip it over, we're going to put some foam tape behind here. Almost like it's connected to the belt. I think that looks really fun. Now let's go ahead and bring in a piece of cardstock. This is Papertrey Ink's Lemon Tart. It's an A2 panel. I'm going to take this, and when I flip it over, I'm going to add some adhesive behind here, and we're going to tack this to the bottom of this panel here. Now we're going to take the You're the Best that we die cut out, and then using the This Is Big Sentiment You're the Best stamp set, we're going to stamp. I'm going to use my Summer Sunrise, and we're just going to stamp this a couple of times. I want it to be a nice rich yellow. Give that a good press. Stamp it one more time. I ended up switching out my Summer Sunrise with Lemon Tart, so we're coordinating with our pattern paper that's in the back. I just went ahead and stamped that, and then we're going to place this up in this corner here. And I'm not going to add any of the pre-sentiments or the sub-sentiments in our stamp set. I just like the way this looks. For finishing touches, I'm going to use one of my vintage buttons, and I'm going to replace that button that we added on our tool pouch. Okay, and then I'm also going to take some twine, some natural twine. I'm going to tie a bow with it. And then I put a glue dot behind here, and I like a little texture on my card, so I'm just going to tuck this bow behind my tool pouch. That will finish off my card today for Papertrey Ink. A super fun Dad's Day card, I think, or it could be a birthday card. It's sky's the limit, and I love that you can take the little tools and do a little tucking with them. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you a lovely day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.